Hello YouTube. We're down here at Daytona Bike Week, Daytona Beach, Florida. Today it's in the 40s, so we thought instead of riding bikes that we'd jump in my sister's car. We're heading down to Fort Pierce to honor some of our fallen heroes at the Navy SEAL Museum. I'm gonna get a little footage down there, and it's about 2 hours from Daytona.
Turn right after 3/4 of a mile onto SR 442 West.
Okay, there's our directions from the GPS. Anyway, this is my brother-in-law Ben driving. It's my sister Kelly in the back seat. And like I said, we're going down to the Navy SEAL Museum at Fort Pierce. They have a lot of displays there, and also to justify it, they got a chopper there too, so we're going to look at their motorcycle, and being that this is Bike Week.
Turn right after 1/4 of a mile onto SR 442 West.
Okay, lady, that's enough. Anyway, we'll be down there in a couple hours, and we'll get some footage inside the museum and around the museum for you to see, and just know that this is a really special place, honoring the Navy SEALs. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Well, we've arrived here at the Navy SEAL Museum. I'm trying to find a parking spot, and looks like they have a lot of outdoor things to look at. Some helicopters, obstacle course, some boats, things like that. So looks like there's a lot here, but once we get out of the car, we'll go in and start showing you what they've got here. There's a truck. Okay, we have arrived. We're walking in right now. This is the obstacle course. Home of the heroes. Really cool. It almost looks like it's made out of cement, but it's not. It's like a boat hull. Like all military vehicles, looks kind of primitive in the cockpit. Here, a large boat, troop transport, I'm sure. not sure if this is real. I think this is more of a display. I'm not really sure. I don't think this is real. Huh? Huh. It is real. .230 caliber machine guns, 3 crew, 36 personnel. This is pretty old, World War II era, 1943 to 45. Underwater demolition teams use this mostly. When they used these, they always had a rubber raft attached to the side. Okay, that is a replica. Looks like a bunch of people donated and they built it, but it's a replica, not actually the... But World War II era. No, I wonder what's the deal with this? Is this all like anti-tank stuff or?
Beach obstacles.
Okay. Yeah, that's so you can't drive onto the beach. For training by frogmen during they were placed here on the beach, Fort Pierce between and removed and. Okay. Here's the 4 types. We have them all out here, and they are obstacles they put into place to prevent invasion from the beach. Is that the memorial wall? I gotta go up there.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of your ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Vice President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. This much we pledge and more. To those old allies whose cultural and spiritual origins we share, we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures. Divided, there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our word that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their own freedom, and to remember that in the past, those who foolishly sought power by riding the back of the tiger ended up inside. To those people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republics south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds, in a new alliance for progress, to assist free men and free governments in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors know that we shall join with them to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that this hemisphere intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, the United Nations, our last best hope, in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace, we renew our pledge of support to prevent it from becoming merely a forum for invective, to strengthen its shield of the new and the weak, and to enlarge the area in which its grit may run. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversary, we offer not a pledge, but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace. Before the dark powers of destruction, unleashed by science, engulf all humanity in planned or accidental self-destruction. We dare not tempt them with weakness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can two great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course, both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly alarmed by the steady spread of the deadly atom, yet both racing to alter that uncertain balance of terror that stays the hand of mankind's final war. So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness, and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate.
Pretty big vessel. 5 feet long or so.
Let both sides explore what problems unite us, instead of belaboring those problems which divide us. Let both sides, for the first time, formulate serious and precise proposals for the inspection and control of arms, and bring the absolute power to destroy other nations.
Yeah, there's a Huey.
Under the absolute
They jumped from
control
them,
of all nations.
repelled from them.
Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the desert, eradicate disease, tap the ocean depths, and
Jeez, I'm
encourage
not sure
the
what
arts
these
of
are. Are
commerce.
these Apollo or something?
Let both
Yeah.
sides unite
Anyway.
in all corners of the
Also
earth
called the Huey,
the
was
command
flown
of
by Navy
Isaiah
personnel.
to undo the heavy
Hill
burdens
comes in,
and let the oppressed go free. And if a beachhead of cooperation may push back the jungle of suspicion, let both sides join in creating a new endeavor. Not a new balance of power, but a new world of law, where the strong are just, and the weak secure, and the peace preserved. All this will not be finished in the first 100 days, nor will it be finished in the first 1,000 days, nor in the life of this administration, nor even perhaps in our lifetime
machine gun right there.
In your hands, my fellow citizens, more than mine, will rest the final success or failure of our cause. Since this country was founded, each generation of Americans has been summoned to give testimony to its national loyalty. The graves of young Americans who answered the call to
These are Apollo space capsules here. Kind of neat.
summons us again.
I'm sure it was sealed to Navy teams that probably pulled them from the ocean when they came back.
Not as a call to battle, though in battle we are, but a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, between rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, a struggle against the common enemy, man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Can we forge against these enemies a grand global alliance? North and south, east and west, that can assure a more fruitful life for all mankind. Will you join in that historic effort?
Okay, these aren't the actual Apollos. These are
In the long history of the world,
used for training for the recovery when they did hit the water.
have been granted the role of defending freedom in our maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it.
Yeah, it's a seal so that they did land.
I do not believe
It's the seals that got
any
them.
of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation.
This here is the Iranian boat that was captured
The faith,
from
the
that
devotion,
sign.
which
Oops,
we
just about
bring
tripped.
to this endeavor, whereby our country and
With
all
Russian
concerned,
weapons.
and the glow from that fire and truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you,
Pretty
but
remarkable
what
place.
together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standard of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward.
These look like 50 calibers. I've shot these.
Judge of our deeds,
Hell of a
let
weapon.
us go forth to lead the land we love, asking His blessing and His help,
Another one on the back.
but knowing that here on
It's
earth
devastating firepower these things deliver.
must truly be our own.
Bricks line all the walkways with a lot of soldiers. Single and twin 50 caliber machine guns, 40 millimeter grenade launchers, and 60 machine guns. I shot those too. Provide seals and the operation. got two of them here. Craft personnel. This craft was built after World War II to replace the LCP as the main cast and recovery boat. The Frogmen went over the side into a rubber boat and then into the water. It picked up again in much the same way, although this boat is much larger than the LCP. It was much faster because of its V-shaped bow. In 1983, the LCP was replaced by the Sea Fox. Training modules here for frogmen. Let's see, the water, the frogmen connected a flotation collar to prevent sinking, and they opened the hatch and ensured the astronauts were loaded safely. And these were the training modules that they used to practice and perfect what they do. Those of you that are too young to remember the Apollo missions, that was a pretty historic time in our nation, and it's really incredible. There's those that think we didn't know, but I assure you we did. Patrol Boat River. In 1966-71, the PBR was one of the primary boats that supported SEALs in Vietnam. They typically operated in pairs as shown here. They would be heavily armed with single and twin 50 caliber machine guns. There. 40mm grenade launchers and M60 machine guns. They would provide SEALs with the capability to operate in the shallow rivers and canals of Vietnam, providing insertion and extraction platform as well as direct fire support if needed. The SEALs and PBRs formed a deadly combination that took the fight into the enemy's own backyard, enabling SEALs to conduct direct action and other missions in areas that Charlie thought safe and impervious to American interdiction. The hull was reinforced fiberglass with two 180 horsepower Detroit diesel engines, each driving a Jacuzzi Brothers 14YJ water pump jet for propulsion and thrust buckets for reverse thrust. It could operate in water depths as little as 9 inches. Ceramic and metal plates offered some protection to the crew. Speed was 28.5 knots. They have two of them here. 50 cals on the front there. 50 cal out the back of that one. That's the same sign as that one over there, but a couple of different pictures on it. Hey Ben, what you doing on the roof? Huh? MK8 Mod O SIL delivery vehicle. These guys do things that you've never heard about. Designed primarily for hydrographic reconnaissance and weapons delivery in the early 1970s, this two-man SDV was propelled by an electric motor with a power supplied by rechargeable batteries. It had manual steering and diving controls. A computerized navigation system and a docking system were used in guiding the craft and in rendezvousing with the parent submarine. This model was designed to carry and launch torpedoes at a distant target. Speed was several knots when submerged. Weight is approximately 5,000 pounds. Obstacles. I'm going to go up on top of the building. Realized there was some display up there. Afternoon, ladies. Pretty cool. They got stuff outside, stuff inside, and then stuff on top of the building. Bearing 0 degrees, 0 true north near the former mouth of the old Fort Pierce Inlet. Major Jeremiah Dashiell lost a $23,000 gold payroll on 1 May 1857. The payroll, guns, and other items were lost when Major Dashiell's longboat capsized, attempting to enter the inlet. And I'm not going to go through and read all these, but these are all boat sinkings and crashes and things of that nature. Isn't much up here except these plaques. I suppose they're probably planning some display. This would be a great place to put a helicopter. Medevac chopper or something like that. There's another one. This is also the remains of the smaller 1715 fleet vessels, possibly 1715. Bearing 125 or about 1,000 feet offshore of the Fort Pierce jetty lies the ballistic pile of the Davis Holden wreck, 1850. Huh? I did all this right here just now.
Yeah, I did those.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's what I was coming over here. It's a pretty fantastic place. Birthplace and home of our heroes. Pretty amazing. To shadow this. Did the net traverse in the service. I think it was 3 or 4 times taller than that. It seemed like it was also on an angle. That was much taller, much wider. This plank owners, yeah, I can't read it, it's a little faded. what it's all about right there.